Welcome back, everyone, or if you're new, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I truly appreciate it. My name is Edham. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Oakland, California. I'm just very proud to be, living in the Bay Area and, to still live here, if you know what I mean. Like, it's getting really expensive and things are getting crazy. So, yeah, if you grew up in the Bay Area or you still live in the Bay Area, we are blessed. Truly we are. Like, such a beautiful place. And if you're new to this channel, I just want to let you guys know what type of content I do. I do a mixture of things, but my number one passion is poetry, spoken word poetry. I can talk a lot about poetry, but that's one of my main strengths, I can say, or something that I want to keep doing until the day I'm buried back into the ground, Yeah, poetry is just something that I find truly just amazing, because I don't know if you guys are into poetry, but poetry is powerful. Just words in general are powerful. So yeah, if you're a fan of poetry, like and subscribe to this video. I also do dark history podcasts and just a number of things. So yeah, I can go on and on and on about that. But yeah, poetry is just something that I find truly amazing. And another thing that I do, just history. I love history, just because a lot of our, true history is always swept under the carpet. So my goal with this YouTube channel is to highlight parts of history that haven't been highlighted in our lives, So yeah, thank you guys so much again for clicking on this video, and I'm going to move on to my topic. So I want to talk about self-awareness and how self-awareness changed my life. A lot of things have changed my life, but the number one thing that changed my life is God. I'm a strong believer in the Creator, And a lot of times this world gets mixed up with religion and spirituality. But at the end of the day, as long as you know that there is a Creator who loves you and wants the best for you and wants to use you to plant seeds of goodness, then yeah, in life it can be sweet when you just think about the good things. But right now, everyone is losing hope in all ways. Not everyone, but there's a lot of people who are just giving up. So my purpose of this podcast or this YouTube channel is to shed light and to bring light and to cultivate light and all that good stuff. I'm all about that light. And everyone has some sort of darkness in their life. I feel like sometimes our awareness about darkness, we get a little lost. So yeah, I just want to talk about awareness and just being aware of everything in your life.
Maybe it's a lack of self-awareness. It's narcissism, quite simply, that they happen to think that everything they're doing is okay and fine, and it's important for them to feel better than anyone else around them.
It can really help you out, because a lot of times I feel like we're living day to day with not our full awareness, We just try to we shut off some parts of our mind just to go with the flow of life and stuff like that. But with self-awareness, you can take control. You really can. So I want to talk about this article. This article here, I'm going to introduce to you guys. It's called What Self-Awareness Really Is and How to Cultivate It by Tasha Eurich on January 4, 2018. So Tasha says that self-awareness seems to have become the latest management buzzword, and for good reason. Research suggests that when we see ourselves clearly, we are more confident and more creative. We make sounder decisions, build stronger relationships, and communicate more effectively. We're less likely to lie, cheat, and steal. We are better workers who get more promotions, and we're more effective leaders with more satisfied employees and more profitable companies. So she hit a lot of points there. The first thing I want to highlight is that we're able to build strong relationships and communicate more effectively. As human beings, we have that gift of communication, being able to, shape our environment with our words and with our meanings and our beliefs and stuff like that. And furthermore, she also highlighted that we're less likely to lie, cheat, and steal. So to be the best human you can be, we have to stop lying, we have to stop cheating, and we have to stop stealing. Just because those three things have energy. When you lie, it comes with energy. When you cheat, it comes with the energy. And when you steal, it comes with an energy. So that's just my belief. So just being aware of everything everything that you do has an opposite and equal reaction. So we have to like take control of, you know, every seed that we plant. Furthermore, Tasha says that there are two types of self-awareness. For the first 50 years, researchers have used varying definitions of self-awareness. For example, some see it as the ability to monitor our inner world, whereas others label it as a temporary state of self-consciousness. Still, others describe it as the difference between how we see ourselves and how others see us. So as we can see, people are still trying to figure out what self-awareness really means. And that there's so many levels to like everything, you know? So yeah, she's trying to break it down for us. So therefore we had to integrate these results and develop a comprehensive definition before we could concentrate on how to increase self-awareness. Because to me, self-awareness is a muscle. You can't just one day not have self-awareness, the next day just wake up with self-awareness. Well, self-awareness as humans, we have that already instilled upon us, but our self-awareness has been, I guess you can say, programmed, or, you know, it has been minimized to a certain degree where we can't become our best selves because we're not aware of this life that we're living in. You know, we are only aware of our jobs that we make it to and our bills that we pay, you know, like, so self-awareness will truly open your eyes to a different like rabbit hole. It really does take you to a different dimension. But it's something that you have to cultivate. It's something that it comes in levels. So let's move on to what Tasha says. So she says the first type of self-awareness is what we dubbed internal self-awareness, which represents how clearly we see our own values, our passions, our aspirations that fit with our environment. So that's pretty interesting. So like we all, like, for example, like, you know, the thoughts that we have, the feelings, the behaviors, our strengths and weaknesses, like there's so much that is going on, you know, in our existence, and it's also like clashing with our environment. So that's why self-awareness is so important, because we're able to balance the two. You know, as human beings, we have so much emotions, we have so much just energy in our body and in our mind, and that's been influenced by our past, you know, our present, you know, and just assumptions of the future. So self-awareness kind of like calms everything down to where you can just assimilate to your environment without being so like stuck in your mind. And she also says that we found the internal self-awareness is associated with higher job and relationship satisfaction, personal and social control, and happiness. It is negatively related to anxiety, stress, and depression. So the last three things hit me pretty hard: anxiety, stress, and depression, because these three things have been instilled within our generations, you know, like through the traumas that we have went through.
I have an instant panic attack. Instant.
Through the political injustice that's going on, and, you know, it just adds more anxiety, stress, and depression. So self-awareness is associated with higher job and relationship satisfaction, personal and social control, all these things that are being taken away from us. So self-awareness is a way to gain our happiness back. Self-awareness is a seed that can bring you to happiness. That's my opinion. You know, God is the one who gives you happiness, but God also gives you the ability to always be in that mental state of happiness. But it all starts with self-awareness. So let's move on to the second category, which is referred to as the external self-awareness, which pretty much means like understanding how other people view us or view you.
Don't look at me like that.
In terms of those same factors listed above, such as higher job status, relationship satisfaction, personal social control, and happiness. Because, you know, everyone is always trying to see if someone's happy or if they have a good job. And, you know, we're consistently not saying judging people, but we're always trying to see, you know, where people are in their lives. So it's pretty interesting. So our research shows that people who know how others see them are more skilled at showing empathy and taking others' perspectives. So for leaders who see themselves as their employees do, their employees tend to have a better relationship with them, feel more satisfied with them, and see them as more effective in general. So I just find it like, I do find that true. Like in our jobs, there are certain people who stand out, and those people who stand out are most of the time the people who have a lot of self-awareness. And I can go on and on about that, but yeah, self-awareness can really change everything, even at the job that you work at. You know, if you start practicing self-awareness, you're gonna shine, and people are gonna see you shine. Because like with so much stress going on today, we don't want to become aware of our inner selves, because we know that we have so much trauma and so much stuff going on and so much stuff that we want and so much things that we want to, like, we wish we can go back in time and fix stuff. And you know, like we're always basically in that state of like regret or like just unsatisfied, you know. So self-awareness will make you shine no matter how much darkness is like overtaking you, you know. So when it comes to internal and external self-awareness, it's tempting to value one over the other. But leaders must actively work on both seeing themselves clearly and getting feedback to understand how others see them. So I do find that very important, because a lot of times we do things and we think that the way we are behaving, like that it's not affecting other people. But sometimes, you know, the way we are can, you know, it may bother people. So it's just really important to be self-aware about yourself, but also be self-aware of how others perceive you. So like, because you don't want to come off, you know, like as a messed up person. You want to, like, being self-aware means that you're aware of other people and how your actions will affect others around you. So yeah, I just really want to include that, because we're always at work, you know, we're always working, we're always at school. So we can practice self-awareness in these two environments, you know. So I want to move on to this little graph that Sasha did. It was actually pretty interesting that I found. So it was pretty much called the 4 self-awareness archetypes. And there are those who are called introspectors, which are pretty much people who are clear on who they are and they don't challenge their own views or search for blind spots by getting feedback from other people, which can harm their relationships and limit their success. And there are those who are seekers, which they don't yet know who they are, what they stand for, or how their team see them. So as a result, they might feel stuck or frustrated with their performance in relationships. And there are those who are pleasers, which they can be so focused on appearing a certain way to others that they could be overlooking what matters to them. So over time, they tend to make choices that aren't in service of their own success and fulfillment. And lastly, there are those who are aware, which pretty much they know who they are, they know what they want to accomplish, and they seek out and value others' opinions. This is where leaders begin to fully realize the true benefits of self-awareness. So I had to break that down, and I feel like sometimes we can be a mixture of everything, you know. But yeah, I think being aware is more important, you know. And some may ask, like, why am I bringing this up? You know, what does self-awareness have to do with me or this world, etc., right? So I said that our awareness shapes who we are, and it shapes our world around us. Like, and pretty much like when we don't have self-awareness, bad things can happen, you know, and bad things that will continue to happen if we don't spread awareness about it. And pretty much when we don't have awareness, we miss out on our family, you know. Like when we were younger, we enjoyed, I feel like, the presence of our family so much more, because we were just more aware of the value of family. So self-awareness, I feel, will even increase the love within a family, you know. And that's like pretty much without self-awareness, we miss out on life, you know. Life is all about being aware. Like I read the Quran, God keeps like reminding us to look at the beauty of the world, look at all the fascinating things that he created, the gardens, the birds, how everything coexists, the ecosystems, how seeds are planted and how they grow. It's just beautiful how, like, when we start looking at the world, we start becoming we become more in tune with what we are supposed to become. And everybody has their own destiny. Everyone's going to become something different according to what the creator wants. But if you want to, I feel my opinion, if you want to become what our creator has destined you to become, you have to become more self-aware, because you find yourself through self-awareness. How can you find your purpose if you can't find yourself, you know? And I also included that with self-awareness, it increases your connection with the creator. Because yeah, this life is amazing. We all want cars, we all want money, we all want to like be famous, we all want to like, you know, we want 1 billion views and this and that. But what's more important than having a connection with your creator? And although there might be a lot of people who don't believe in God and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just feel like having a connection with something or someone that wishes you nothing but beauty, you know, like, yeah, I rather believe in something than believe in nothing. It's like honestly, it might be, some may say it's like a game of roulette, you know, when you just put the pistol to your head and you're like spinning the bullet and you don't know, you know, you just have just that one chance pretty much. I don't know if that has anything to do with what I'm saying, but like sometimes in life, you just got to take that shot, you know? And yeah, it's just really interesting how we can get real lost in our minds, you know? And next is that when we are not aware, we forget about our humanity and our purpose, and we forget about the sacrifices that our ancestors have made for us to be here at this very moment, you know, with the freedoms that we have, such as like technology and like food and water. Like, I know that sounds cliche, but like we could have been, you know, in a country with none of these freedoms. So we should be more thankful. And in order to be thankful, you have to be aware, you know? So everything is in that self-awareness. That's what I'm preaching right now. So yeah, if this is like, if you heard about self-awareness before and this is nothing new, then I'm really happy for you, because self-awareness is what's gonna like make us shoot for the stars, you know? And lastly, like, I just want to say that we are not our names or like our bodies or our skin tone or like anything like that. We are our experiences and our awareness to the world and our awareness of our purpose on this planet, which is to cultivate love and not hate. I really mean that. Like, we should cultivate love, and in order to fight hate, with all this hatred that's going around in the world, we don't fight it with more hate, you know? Like, we don't put out fire with more fire, you know? So yeah, I just really hope that this resonates with you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. And, you know, may everything you've ever asked for be given to you as soon as possible. And I pray that everything that you want is what you're prepared for as well. Because a lot of times we're asking for things and we're not prepared for them. So also be aware of what you want in your life. Because a lot of times we want things that are being highlighted on TV or on social media, and we just assume that that's luxury. So build a better future with self-awareness, pretty much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.